Pamela? Right, I'd like to call the regular.
Whoops, that's not gonna work.
5:31.
Ground's dead. Hi. Giggling man's. If you just mute us. Try it now.
I know.
Fix
Hello.
it now.
No problem. Well, we just start over.
All right.
Regular meeting order at 5:32 p.m.
Keith Gordon.
Yes.
Max Chloe.
Yep.
Tim Hand. Joe. Here. Jamie Wilson. Here. Aaron Husidor.
Here.
James Cartwright.
Here.
Riley Lewis.
You stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you have anybody any persons to address the board? No. Presentations to the board. We're gonna start off with the FFA club.
All right, do you want me to share this with the people on Zoom, or do you just want me to just pull it up for you guys? Question mark, just pull it up. What's normal?
Yeah, they'll be able to hear you.
Cool. Where's the, okay, so, I'm Miss Wright, most all of you already know me. I brought with me 4 of my officers this year, to share with you the 2 trips that we went on in October. So I'm gonna have Addison and Sarah come up and tell you a little bit about the Camp Oswegatchie trip. And then after that, Mason and Kaylee are gonna come up and tell you about National Convention. And slide quickly.
So we went to Cape Oswegatchie October 17th through 19th. It's in the foothills of the Adirondacks in Crokin, New York. On day 1, we left our school and went to Fillmore to head to Camp Oswegatchie. On our way, we stopped in Sackett's Harbor at Old McDonald's farm, and we went on a little tour around their farm, and we did their corn maze, and we got to the center of their corn maze, and they had a little prize thing. It was cool. And then after that, we went to camp and arrived there. This was the lodge we stayed in. It was very fancy. It was also cold, so we didn't get to stay out in their outdoor lodges. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely very nice there. So yeah. So day 2, after we ate breakfast, it was like what, like 9-10 a.m. We went out in the trails and we started here where they gave us a leadership development activity. They gave us this rope with the ends tied together, and each of us had to have both of our hands on the rope. And we had to try to make as perfect of a circle as possible without taking any hands off the rope. If you took your hands off the rope, we had to restart and go back to the middle. It really improved our communication and speaking to each other and cooperating with each other, because that is not something one person can do by themselves. And then we went to the low ropes course. There's checkpoints along it. So you have to get from the beginning to the end, and if someone falls off 3 times, you have to go back to the previous checkpoint and restart. It took a lot of time and definitely helped us with communicating, because we all had to work together to get across, because there's a lot of areas where there's nothing to hold on to for a very long time.
Later that day, after we went back to the lodge for lunch, we went up to the high ropes course, which we started off at the Vikings platforms, I'm pretty sure it was called, where we had to all work together. Communication came into it again, big. We worked together to move the platforms closer to the people up top, just to try and get them across safely without them falling. And then later on after that, we went and did some rock climbing where we had the easy side, the hard side, just to kind of push ourselves to get out of our comfort zone and try something new. And then also later that night, we got to go out on one of their lakes and go kayaking and go under some bridge that Miss Wright knew of. Oh, and then we also got to have a big bonfire that night, which was awesome.
On the third day in the morning after breakfast, it was like 9 a.m. We went on a guided hike through the woods, and there was a lot of beautiful scenery, and we got to see two of the three ponds on their property. It was a lot of fun. It was like a 2-hour hike. It was very peaceful, just kind of being with nature. It was very peaceful. My personal favorite part of the trip was after the bonfire on the second night, we played Mafia. Sarah killed me.
My favorite part would have to also be Mafia because it got very intense, but it was a fun game.
I had to be part of the mafia the first 2 times. I still managed to win.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
killed me too.
I'm sorry, wasn't personal. All right.
Is that a card game, Mafia?
No, so it's kind of
It's
like
kind of a card game.
kind of a card game. They get cards and they get assigned different roles. Some people are mafia, somebody's like the police detective people, then a couple people are like doctors, and everybody else is like a normal citizen. And the mafia picks somebody to kill, and everybody else has to try to figure out who the mafia is. And they thought it was gonna be me the second time because I don't lie well, but I managed to save myself. Saved her. All right, Mason and Kaylee, National Convention.
From October 28th to November 1st, we went on a trip to go to Indianapolis, Indiana for the 98th National Convention and Expo for FFA. On the first day, we went and we toured the Ohio State, where we toured their ag department and we saw their meat and dairy labs, as well as we saw their AI powered greenhouse, which they use the AI to figure out how to make tomato plants grow better. So they had 40-foot tall tomato plants that got an average of 150 pounds of cherry tomatoes per plant. And then after that, we saw some of their plans to add on to their agricultural department with I think it was $150 million addition. And then when we had our second day, we went to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where we got to tour the track. We got hands-on experiences, such as there was a driving simulator to drive an Indy car, as well as a tire changing simulator to time how long we could do a pit stop in for an Indy car. And then we actually got to sit in a mock Indy car, and they had a museum full of old NASCARs and Indy cars. After we left there, we got to the convention center, where they had the expo and they had the shopping center. In the expo center, they had a bunch of colleges and places looking for hirees out of high school and possibly looking to further education. And then after that, we went to the National FFA Rodeo. And then for our third day, we saw the opening ceremony, which involved a lot of speakers that were there to show how we can differently think in order to have a better view on our situations in life, to better ourselves and to better other people. And after this, we went to the expo center again and learned about more colleges, such as one in Ireland that had a very low cost per semester at around $13,000 a semester. And we saw the top 4 finalists for public speaking. And that involved speeches about forestry, as well as mental health in the agriculture industry and carbon credits, to learn about all those factors in the agricultural industry. And then for our day 4 and day 5, I will be turning it over to Kaylee Shipman.
So day 4, we spent a little bit more time at the convention center, like a couple hours. And then out of surprise, we were told that we were going to the Indianapolis Zoo. And well, we kind of had dinner late the night before, so a couple of us decided we were going to go to Spirit Halloween. And we kind of came out with the outcome of costumes, and we got to go trick-or-treating around the zoo. It was really fun. And then on day 5, we headed home.
What was your favorite parts?
My favorite part of the entire trip was learning about the educational experiences that I could go into to further my education in multiple industries.
My favorite part was meeting Dale Brisby.
What was your pit crew time? I have to know, but
Our pit crew time was 8 seconds.
really?
Yes.
Wow. Not what I was expecting. Yeah, presenting. Probably tell me.
Mira, by the way, you're the vice president. Probably should have told you, but you weren't there yesterday.
Congratulations. Secretary, it's just a tour, no, it's not.
All right, so I think one of the things I absolutely love, and this was like the perfect segue, and I had no idea this was gonna happen about Genesee Valley, was we literally just did this whole farm thing and all outdoors. But we spent 3 days in New York City. So I just think it's really, really cool that you kind of get to see a little bit of both and like just the opportunities that we offer our students. So we don't prepare because we do improv. We're the drama group, so we do improv. So I'm gonna let the kids kind of talk to you about the slides and their experiences. You're up, I'm down.
What?
You got it.
I wasn't standing up.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Forgot. Yeah.
Is any of this in the same day?
I know, it's kind of just random images. Where am I going? Yep.
Do you want us to talk about each slide or?
I would, yeah. You can take some time to talk about each slide and what you did and.
Wait, so this was a part of the first day, right? When we first arrived there, we walked around the city a little bit and had some yummy food. And then we went to this very cool, fancy museum of Broadway and watched videos on a lot of things. I don't know, on acting and playwriting and many things. And as we walked through, we saw old costumes from musicals. What is this one from?
I believe this one's from Dreamgirls.
He's right.
I don't know what that is. But there are many old costumes and like ways that people ran behind the scenes, like I don't know, tech crew, like lighting.
It was just like everything.
It was everything. It was
Basically a museum of everything that's behind the whole theater production was there,
yeah.
basically.
What was our second day?
You hit the next, just hit the next slide.
Okay.
I don't think it's a touch screen.
This was also in the museum.
Yeah, that's museum too.
That's also museum.
And that's.
This was the last day though.
Yeah.
It is. They're not in order.
Okay.
They're just random.
That picture is from the edge. It was a really, really tall building. Like you got to, it was like you went up 101 floors up this building and there was like, it was glass, a balcony all the way around. And there was like glass walls and a metal bottom. And you got to like walk around and you got to see like the city from all the different like angles. And it was taller than like almost every single building that we were there. Like we got to see the tops of all the buildings.
And we had to go on the windiest day possible.
We did.
That's what the other
Platform down at 40 miles per hour for winds. That's when they shut the platform down. It was 38. So it was crazy.
Yeah, like there was, there was,
Put this slide then. Click backwards. This is the
That's a
example. Very bad. And yeah.
Yeah.
Many pictures.
It's a video. It's actually a video, but I wanted you guys to be able to talk about it. It's fun.
Oh, all right.
And you put a lot of pictures in.
This is from the museum as well. It's one of the costumes. And then
It's not really, the last day we were like getting food at a mall and I just saw that big coat and it said you could try it on. I was like, I'll try it on. And then I don't know, that's really
we also just went shopping a very big school. Yes.
a lot of time. We did lots of
Many
shopping.
times. Lots of walking.
Lots of walking, lots of shopping.
Guess I'm the only person.
This was me. This was one of the things in the Museum of Broadway showing to scale, like scale down the sheer size and the amount of people it takes to make a show. This is Wicked, for example, happen in the first place and how it runs to some extent. So then I thought, because we do a lot of scale modeling for our productions, having that as an example is like, oh, this is what like they do for a Broadway show. What can we do for our little rinky tinky show?
Yeah.
I think it was cool too, because like, they're like, why do we have to make these scale models? But they really do make the scale models for Broadway.
Yeah, and it's not just the stage. It was a 360 diorama and it shows every green room, every dressing
Yeah.
room, all the under passageways that actors use to get from one side of the stage to the other. Really cool.
Ours doesn't look like
There
that.
are more photos of that.
It's a good photo.
Of every side.
Yeah.
that's from the edge and that's from the Museum of Broadway.
Museum?
That's shopping Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, we
This
got
was
to eat
the
at
Hard Rock Cafe.
And that was
And we got to eat food and we,
Ate a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, we did do that.
And we got to like get to know our tour guide who was taking us around the city.
Our tour guide was also a working actor on, he specialized particularly in plays, not musicals, so it was good for you guys to get to meet someone who, not all of us are singers. But he was actually very close twice to being casted in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and he was the person who took us all around the city.
Steven was.
Mr. Steven.
But he worked with like the
Queen of Versailles.
That was the pianist
That was-
that did your workshop.
oh he worked at that Broadway place.
Radio.
He-
Oh, the
he-
radio
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
He did. Yeah, that was his part-time job. Yeah.
We got to watch two Broadway shows, which was amazing, except for the scary walking back to our hotel room in the middle of the city at like. But this was Harry Potter, which
Yes.
was so unbelievably cool to watch.
It was very long, but it's.
It was. I think we were on like the fourth story or.
We got to see like everything.
Mhm.
What was the other one?
We did
Hades
media.
Town.
What do you like better?
Harry Potter.
Down. Hades.
Hades Town.
I like them.
It's the coolest special effects.
It-
so.
Yeah.
The special effects in this one definitely like encaptured the entire theater. Like there are points, there's writing on all the ceilings everywhere. And then at one point, the mentors just fall out of the ceiling,
She
basically.
was sleeping on me and I was like, there's a mentor in my face.
Oh.
Jesus. It's also like Harry Potter's magic, like the whole show, and it's obviously hard to do magic in real life. And
They did.
it was like
It
it felt like you were actually seeing magic happen.
Oh, my
Like
thing is tech here in our program. I couldn't tell you. Not an idea in the world.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
so-
There were.
yeah.
That's just a genius.
and we did a beautiful photo.
Yeah, we all had to get a picture of this really gorgeous swing.
It was great. It was a blast. We had a
This was
also
Harry Potter.
The musical that we watched actually it wasn't a musical, it was a play.
Mhm.
So there's no singing. There was a few songs.
there's a
from,
few like soundtrack that was just for
Yeah.
transitions and things, but what am I trying to say? Cursed Child. It was not one of the books, or like did she write it as a book?
It was a book.
It was
Yeah.
for the stage and then adapted into a novel.
It's not one of the original like books that you would read of
It's
Harry
the
Potter.
kids. It's the kids of the original Harry Potter. It's their kids going on to Hogwarts, and
And that theater, so when they put Harry Potter in here, they remodeled the entire theater, like they gutted it and remodeled it specifically for Harry Potter. And it was really, really cool. So they had like magic. I don't know if you've been to Universal, you can get the wands and do the math. Like they had that in the lobby of the theater. It was very, very cool.
Butterbeer.
Yep.
Oh, more ice.
that's more edge.
Andrew would be all. Where did you guys see Bowser?
That's
The
the
Nintendo
Nintendo store in Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
We kind of added an impromptu, let's go to Rockefeller Center because we can, because
We had
Miss Lawson loves running us all dead.
Well, at night. Good.
So we were able to see like a couple different places that we wouldn't have if we had just stayed in Times Square, like the Nintendo store. There's another one.
Lego.
Like the Lego store. And just Rockefeller Center.
Wow.
And then
FAO Schwartz.
Yeah, did anyone go in there though?
No,
it was
the
so
line was
busy.
so
Yeah.
It wrapped all the way around the block. It was so busy.
You had to have reservations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
No.
Oh, another museum photo.
That was all, the playbills all the way, were all the way around the room of all the like different theaters and the shows that were going in those theaters.
Yeah, wasn't it at one specific one?
Yeah, it was like what shows were like on
Yeah.
currently that you could go see, but and it also had the theater name of like which theater they were playing. It was a
Yeah.
lot. It was all around.
Yeah.
More Museum of Broadway.
This is one of my favorite shows.
It's very good.
Cabaret. Oh, more museum photos. Hades Town.
Oh, yeah.
That we got
was it
to
called?
stay after and meet the cast and have them sign our playbills and take pictures with them. So you can't even see him because we're all trying to crowd in, but
And
what's his
some
name?
random girl.
Morpheus.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack Wolf.
And then the security guard.
security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called stage dooring. So you go at the end of the show, you can go to the back and some of the characters will come out and give you autographs. And it was kind of a cool experience. We handed up our playbills and you just trusted that you were gonna get them all back. And he just started. He was amazing.
He was so good.
So it was very cool. We did do some stage drawing one night. Was too tired the second night.
Oh, what
Which is kind of after we got this photo. After Hadestown, we got to after Hadestown, we got to walk through Times Square at night and really see it all lit up. It's truly mesmerizing.
This is the one that I didn't realize we were taking a photo. See my head behind, that might be Grayson.
More times.
Oh my God.
This is my favorite photo. We picked up a couple people on it for.
Couple bottom marks.
Train folks made it.
Train. And what tech
I took that picture.
Okay.
Sorry, I was nerding out.
sound booth looks like for Broadway? They really didn't want you to touch it.
I want you to know that I took a picture of those systems and I sent them to two graduates for Cutchison and Sophia Gugino, who were also both in the tech crew. And we probably talked about the capabilities of those machines for 45 minutes and just how incredible, like, every aspect of computer really is.
Also at the edge, like inside, they had like a bunch of photo spots and we just took like a bunch of photos for like 30 minutes.
The train photos simply, I was fascinated by the fact that they have double-decker trains.
Yeah. People crowd in every seat. So. And more Museum of Broadway here, and then that's from the edge.
Yep.
Yeah. More
Is it the same picture?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yep. All right, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, this one's great.
Or
The-
behind the scenes of
The Wicked clothes.
with this one. It's
Yep.
like fully backstage.
Yep.
Right.
This
He's
is
like,
like
"Why?"
Times Square.
Okay. This was probably our walk.
Yeah, that's the last one. I think the last thing that, and I didn't get in there because I think that's the last photo that didn't get in there. And I was hoping we could tell them a little bit about though, was the Broadway workshop. We spent an hour and a half.
Yeah.
With that. So I thought talking about the Broadway workshop, just a hot second.
I was gonna say when we ate dinner with those very nice people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Broadway workshop too. like-
Yeah, but with the working artists.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was the guy's name from Michael Jackson? He was from MJ. He was the oldest of the Jackson brothers and MJ the musical. So very interesting.
I don't remember his name, but he was a great column.
Yeah.
And
He sang for us. in the Middle of the restaurant.
The workshop was, we had a pianist from a show I don't recall.
Queen of Versailles writing The Queen of Versailles that just opened,
Thank you.
which was really cool.
And our choreographer, I guess I'm calling it.
Alicia,
Ware.
There it is. An understudy for Wicked?
She has been an understudy for Wicked on Broadway for the last 20 years.
And like
She's like lead ensemble.
Yeah.
She also
Dance captain for a long time there.
And then we had another lady who played
She was a professional oboist, yeah.
for Wicked shows in the orchestra.
They said when there's substitutes, they literally show up like that day and they have to know the show and go. That's it when you're a substitute. So they were telling the kids about that, how like you just kind of already have to know the shows and you kind of get trusted and then they'll call you that day and be like, hey, we need somebody. And it's like being a substitute teacher, you just show up and let's go, sing the songs, do the dances. So it was kind of really cool. She was awesome.
During our Broadway workshop, it was an hour and a half. So we spent about 45 minutes learning a snippet of a song from Wicked. And we also learned the dance that went along with it in 45 minutes. So an hour and a half, we learned half of a song and half of the dance in a Wicked choreography on a Broadway show.
Very nice.
Choreographer.
Thank you, lady.
Okay.
I got to tell my mom and Andrew.
Oh, you forgot?
Yeah.
Very.
Right, Alana's over here.
All just gonna have rehearsal too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they all did rehearsal with us.
Long night.
Appreciate that. On to the approval of the minutes. Actual motion,
I'll second.
Joe, second. Questions, comments, concerns with that? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to administrative data reports.
Karen and I are gonna go quick. Okay, so happy Thanksgiving or November. Oh. I don't- Okay. So we wanted to talk about attendance a little bit. Remember that when we talk about attendance, that we're always looking at it from the lens of if a student is absent for 18 days during the school year, they're considered chronically absent. So at 10 weeks of the school year, which we're at now,
I just wanted to make it bigger for them.
okay, did you do it?
Just minimize that window right. That one and then your bottom one. Will do it for you.
That part where she said we were gonna go quick and then I clicked on it.
Okay, it could be a Broadway show and I do a song and dance. All right,
See ya.
so at 10 weeks, we always are looking, if a student has been absent for 4.5 days at 10 weeks, that student is actually on track to be chronically absent. So, I know this might be hard to see, but this is as 10 weeks from pre-K 3 all the way to grade 12. But remember, pre-K and kindergarten do not count in our data for attendance, according to New York State, because mandatory school age is 6, which is actually first grade. So you can see that we already have 104 students on track to be chronically absent at 10 weeks. So attendance has been something that we've talked about in schools since COVID and a little bit before. And then over here on this column, so we have a 10th grader that has already missed 16 days of school. So this is really important data that I will be sharing specific names with the principals so that the principals, the counselors, and the school social worker can start to have conversations with those kids about the importance of coming to school on top of the attendance letters that are already sent out from the nurse's office. We also wanted to give you some disciplinary numbers. So in the first 10 weeks of school, we had a total of 159 discipline referrals, 110 of those coming from the elementary school and 49 from the middle high school. So Mrs. Taylor has been very busy.
Yeah.
Those little ones just have a lot of self-regulation issues. A lot of it sometimes I think isn't even intentional behavior. It's just a real lack of being able to regulate themselves and just be able to be in social situations. And then this is just kind of telling you, based on those referrals, what the consequences were. The most have been ISS, and then the second highest have been lunch detentions. But remember, a lot of them are also just conversations and like, do better next time sort of conversations with that first disciplinary referral for many kids.
The other part about the ISS, I know that number looks really high, but one of the things that's really nice, that some other districts don't have that we do is we actually have an ISS room. 1, there's districts that don't even have that, but 2, they have a monitor there. So we have someone that monitors that room all day long. So it's really nice because you can have some kids go for half a day, a whole day, maybe 2 periods, whatever they need, go get your work done and leave. But it gets logged as ISS, even though it might not be the whole day. So I just want to make that clear. The other thing that's not on here, at least at the elementary, that when I confer with students or I call parents, if I give students lunch detention, depending on what they have done, I might make them write an apology note to either the teacher or if it's against another student, They have to write an apology note. The other thing that I've done is actually had some kids call their parents to tell them what they've done. And so that's been interesting because I'll say to the parent, oh, actually, they're right here. So they can tell you what happened. So that's not logged on here, but just want to point those things out too. Okay, positive behavior interventions and support. We have PBIS here. We have a character word of the month each month. I'm sure a lot of you are aware because you have kids. So every single month, students can earn pause. Every Friday, there's a weekly paw draw. So the counselors will go around with their wheel. I'm sure, like I said, your kids have probably talked about it. They get a student's name gets picked, they get to spin the wheel and they get the prize. My favorite is the slime. So that's something really rewarding for the students that they know that they'll have to look forward to. There's also another piece of that is where we looked at the average number of paws that were given in each class over a month in Mrs. Dunham's fifth grade class. So it was how many times she was giving paws, and the average number of paws for 1 month was 24, which is really crazy, which is awesome because she was really reinforcing that. On October 31st, we had our first awards assembly for respect and responsibility. The photo of all of those students that won was posted. And then we had a whole group award that was ice cream sundaes. Students loved that. Yeah, and then to follow up with that, we also do in the classrooms, our counselors will push in and do type of like reteach behaviors. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had another slide. So it depends on what the teacher is seeing in the classroom that they might want to work on, or it might just be the character word. This shows you what grades did a reteach. So this might just be like specific students that they're noticing are struggling with it. And so you'll see the grades that did that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it.
My husband did see the ice cream sundae thing online and he wondered why he wasn't invited,
Yeah.
but I told him he didn't earn a paw. Okay, we also tonight want to give you a little update on the aquatics program. So back in the spring, it was decided that when Mr. Ed retired, he would be our aquatics director. And he's been working really hard. And we wanted to tell you that the original proposal was in March with a lot of proposed activities. Not all of those activities have happened yet, but he's working on them. How we're marketing, and these are the current things that are scheduled. We have morning lap swim, pre-K open swim, general open swim, and swim lessons. And we've actually set the dates for those pre-K open swims all the way to the end of the school year, just to make sure that families will know what those dates are. And Jeff Babbitt is helping us with marketing of all of that. We also wanted to give you a couple other updates. So we're creating a survey to hear from the community what they would like to see happening with our pool. We have some upcoming lifeguard certification classes that we're super excited about because the more lifeguards we have, the more aquatics programs we can run. We also want to recognize some donations and contributions from AquaJags over the past couple of years. So they've donated some flags, some swimming flippers, mats, and they've done a lot of work to help fix the lane lines in the pool because, you know, they're promoting swimming and those things are really needed for those races. And also some of the things that you don't see behind the scenes from our aquatics director is keeping the pool safe, including weekly vacuuming, descaling, and removing accumulation of film on doors around the pool. If you go down there, you'll notice that the pool is the whole area is looking shiny and new. Nate's shaking his head. Mr. Slauson,
It's very.
yes. And I also just wanted to share with you some great data that came from our nurse's office. So in the first quarter of the year, they had a total of 2,765 people stopping by the nurse's office. So if we take that by just like 10 weeks of school, which isn't even 40 full day, you know, that's a lot of people coming in and out of the nurse's office every day. And I don't think people realize just how much those ladies do to help support and keep our school safe. I hope they don't mark it down every time I walk in there to ask a question. Are you marking me as a visitor? No, I didn't. sign
The
it.
68.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, oh, yeah, all of that is me.
Yeah.
I've only been there once.
Oh, you didn't sign in.
I didn't.
All right, and now I just want the principals to give a little principal update.
Okay,
It's small, you gotta get close.
I know.
You don't have to read them all.
okay. The Fall Festival, I put in here, there were 327 canned items that were donated, which is really awesome. It sounds like the turnout for this year was really good. So, we already talked about the PBIS reward assembly, parent teacher conferences were held on November 10th. One of the other sides of the referrals is we have complimentary referrals. And so I got my first one, so that was great, for a student in 6th grade. Posted that on the PJC if you're curious who that was. I don't know if you guys saw, but our 2nd graders did a really awesome video for Veterans Day. Also posted on Facebook, so please check it out. We do a monthly reading incentive for students that read a certain amount of minutes each month. We just did that last week. Those students were awarded with cider and donuts. So it was very nice. Youth basketball is starting soon. That's grades pre-K 4 through 6th grade, I believe. Am I right in saying that?
Sure.
Okay. I didn't know if it was 5th or 6th. Ski club signups have been going. Winter concert for K through 4, December 4th, and the winter concert for 5 through 8 is December 11th. And December 18th is our next PBIS assembly for gratitude and compassion. Yeah, I'm out of breath.
I wanted to highlight one of our students, Cameron. He's in 10th grade. He loves the bikes and fitness center, and his mom brings him in the evenings to work out too. So he does it during gym class and in the evenings. And the software program that's on those bikes hosted a competition, and he won it. It was for the most miles logged in a set number of days, and he logged 482 miles.
Let's let that sink
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
482 miles on a bike
Mhm.
in the fitness center.
Yeah. So they 3D printed this really awesome trophy. It's like a shark coming out of this thing with big biceps on it. And Cameron has requested it that we add it to one of our trophy cases. So that was a memorable highlight last month. Last week we had Veterans Concert, and we also did the 7th through 12th grade honor roll celebration with brownie sundaes in the cafeteria as well. So upcoming, we have the middle school YAG conference, Youth and Government Conference. Area All-State is in Elmira this month. November 25th, we have our early dismissal drill. Our kids are gonna go home at 11. We're sending bagged lunches with them that day. Thanksgiving break. And then, of course, the 9th, we have our senior citizens concert, along with the dinner and the concert that evening and a board meeting.
And a capital project vote.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Man.
It's the night to be here, I guess. All right, that's the end of our presentation.
Nice job, ladies. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Let's go to board committee reports.
Nothing for athletics, since we did that last week. Course started this week, but no meetings. or anything like that. Anything else?
We have met several times that I can't count for budget personnel negotiations since our last meeting. Yeah, it would be 6 times. Yeah, so. Aside from that, do we also have a policy committee meeting? Or was that prior? I think I mentioned that. There's a couple policies on here tonight for consideration, or at least a first reading. I did want to ask Paige, or maybe have her fill us in on the 5-year terms for board members. Is that something, did you?
Yep, that policy's on here for first reading tonight, because I received information from policy services and labor relations that does not require public vote.
Okay, so it's just my board, okay.
Yep.
I learned that, we don't do Teams, we do Zoom, so it took me a while to figure out how to get on there, but we made it, didn't we?
Yep. Buddy's starting to get good with
See?
You look at these, finally getting.
Yeah, but it's been uploading for hours, so I don't know what it's still.
So is mine.
The thing I really have is, in the past, we have done, I believe, a full page. One half page for the yearbook, so on behalf of the board. Pam handed this to me. Probably got on. You guys have an issue with doing the half page, $150. So. You guys are good with that? All right. That's, got that, Pam?
Want me to help with that? I designated the helper for that.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. I did it, like, I wrote, yeah. Just wanted to make sure. When do you have that done?
Some other stuff, but we'll discuss it when it comes up. We'll move to, financial reports.
Yeah, just a couple things. Budget process has began. We're looking at changing a few things going into next year. Requisition process, or me and Jeff are working together to kind of come up with a better system for the staff, whereas ours is just very antiquated, so looking at updating that. On your agenda, you'll see the corrective action plan letters from the audit. Should look very familiar to you. Basically the same as last couple of years. We are working to address the activity fund, so signing student and advisor from a different fund. Now our auditor suggested that it's student government, so we are looking into that. The age tax exemption from the county, we typically increase this every year. I am recommending us increase it $500. I believe we did 1,000 last year, but we're more in line with the county this way. So I think just small increases would be beneficial at this point. Another thing, we are working to get financing for all these capital projects. I'm trying to get this done before I go on maternity leave. And one of the suggestions that came from our financial advisor was to open up an account through 9Class. So you'll see a motion on this agenda to do that. It's basically a high interest account, so we'll be receiving quite a bit of money, you know, by putting the funds in this account. So a lot of other districts do it. It's just a great thing. And, you know, I'd like to start it with this and then maybe look at our existing funds as well.
No risk, high reward kind of thing.
What's
Yeah.
that?
No risk, high reward.
Yeah, New York classes, like a lot of the villages and towns use it. I didn't realize that we weren't in it. I brought it up many years ago, but.
Yeah.
Interest is, and it's, yeah, like you said.
Yeah, and it's very easy to use. You can deposit and withdraw at any time. So it's really just like a checking account, but it's earning, 4.5% at this point. So it's kind of an old thing. So that is all I have. Questions for me?
Well, thank you very much, Sharon. You said January 1st you'd be back.
Yeah, this is probably my last one. So.
I got your number.
Yeah.
I need a motion to approve the treasury report.
A motion.
James with a motion,
I'll second.
Jamie with a second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Need a motion to approve the warrant.
Jamie's got it.
William, next, second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need a motion to approve the corrective action plan letters.
Almost done.
Joe, motion. Second. James with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that?
Didn't we also have a recommendation to move towards positive pay?
Yeah, but that's not a finding. It was just a comment.
It's just management letter comment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need a motion to approve the revenue status and appropriation status detail reports.
I'll second.
Amy, Michelle, the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need a motion to approve the age tag exemption.
A motion.
Action motion. Second. John, second. Yeah. Increased that last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was increased, but increased in the past few years, because there was a long time that we didn't touch it. We're just trying to get it more in line with the county.
About matching.
Yeah, I think we're $1,000 below it, so I think.
All in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I need a motion to approve the financial reserve plan. James will motion. Jamie will second. Questions, comments concerning that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need a motion to approve the municipal corporation resolution, which is New York class that you just explained. Motion. Sean with the motion. A second. Ed, the second. James. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need a motion to accept the tax collector's report.
I'll second.
Second. Questions, comments, concerns with that? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda. Not gonna read all of that, no, but, so, no, good. But there is. On here. Right? So I need a motion to approve the consent agenda. A motion.
I'll second.
Max, second. Now, if you move your. Oh, I better hold on this. Any questions, comments, concerns on the consent agenda? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'll go to your down, your consent agenda B. And that is to approve Sylvester Cleary as our Area 3 Director. Anybody like to put a motion for that?
A motion.
Max with the motion,
I'll second.
Michelle with a second. I think you guys all have time to read the letter. We've done this in the past, it's usually we have a month, like. But it's come and go. I don't think anybody else is looking for a nomination. Right?
I think it's a different time frame too. Like this. Needed it. Is it still a vacancy?
I'm thinking
Yeah.
it is for this.
Yeah. There's January. All right, because they just, yeah. This wasn't something that they discussed at the annual business meeting, so I'm guessing it's come up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he seems to have a fairly pretty good resume. If you- with license, so, all in favor?
Aye.
All. Motion carried. All right. I need you.
There's already a
Well, there's a B, so there's
I
double B.
apologize for that.
Okay, we'll call this one B1 and B2. How's that? All right. See, here, we number. Okay, need a motion. This is B on your regular consent agenda. Need a motion to approve the agreement with the Peaceful Resolutions for Living Incorporated and Peaceful Schools.
No motion.
Excellent motion.
I'll second.
James, second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that?
Just to finish it out, right?
Yeah, this is to bring in that social emotional learning interventionist to finish out the grant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, under personnel action items. We need a motion to approve leave of absence for Brittany Fuller.
I'll second.
Motion, next, second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We need to amend the motion for Rochelle Preston. Change her discretionary date, right? Yeah, yeah. So I need a motion on that. Almost. Done with the motion. Thank you, second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? I need a motion to appoint elementary teacher for Shelton. I'll motion. I'll second. All with the motion. Is that you, James? Yes, sir. Good, second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's more to be. Now we need to amend. Oh. Can read them if you'd like. This is just to align the dates, right? Yeah. Any motion on this?
I'll second.
Joe, second. Oh, Jamie, did James? All right, that's fine. Jamie, Michelle, the second.
Very good.
Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We need a motion to approve long-term substitute April Cole. Actual motion. I'll second. And the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? On favor? Aye. Opposed? I need to approve, I need a motion to approve long-term substitute teacher. Lydia? Oops. Yep. Got it.
I'll motion.
Thanks for the motion.
Second.
Amy with second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to appoint long-term substitute teacher Kylie Graham.
A motion.
Thanks for the motion.
I'll second.
Amy with second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to approve long-term substitute teacher Michelle Zlomack. Joe with the motion.
I'll second.
Thanks for the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with Michelle? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I know, we're getting there. I need to appoint coaches and advisors. Tobias Webb for JV basketball coach. Second modified boys basketball, Fred Eli. And drama art advisor, Harley Silsby.
Motion.
Jamie, what's the motion? Oh, I guess, well, I'm going back to James with no hand up.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Any questions, comments, concerns with that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I brought this up in the last board meeting and we talked about the board committee reports, but we needed a second team because just of the numbers like that.
There were 24 boys signed up for modified boys basketball, so it made sense to have two separate teams to allow more boys playing time to increase their skill set before they, move into JV. So
Yes,
you're welcome.
Any other questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Need a motion to accept the resignation of Thomas. James. Second. On with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. I need a motion to appoint 504 compliance officer.
a motion.
A second. Thanks for the motion, James, the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that?
Do you want this pass?
It's a stopgap measure. It will soon come back to the board to appoint someone else.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You're stuck with it.
For now, yep.
I need to amend the motion. For Thomas Elmer. Committee of Special Education Chairperson to amend the salary to step 20 beginning December 3rd, 2025.
Motion.
I'll second.
Thanks for the motion, Michelle, the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now to your addendum. Letter M, I need to accept the resignation of Kelly Schmidt as the junior class advisor.
Motion.
I got Michelle with it, then Sean was second. How's that?
It was Jamie.
Was that?
Yeah.
All right, well then Sean, they're Jamie, then Sean, how's that? What was that one?
That's all.
Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Yeah. Mrs. Taylor likes that.
That's cool. All right, I need a motion to appoint teacher aide position to Cynthia Incognito.
A motion.
Max with a motion. James with a second. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Need to appoint junior firefighter advisor Miranda Campbell.
Motion.
Motions,
I'll second.
Michelle with a second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need to appoint junior firefighter advisor Ryan Edmister. Let's second. Motion on that? Motion. James with a motion.
I'll second.
Jamie will second it. Any other questions, comments, concerns on that?
Is it, so it's the same as, it's the same as the one above, at the pay variance?
Yes, so, because Belfast has also, decided to have a junior firefighters program. And they just appointed an advisor at their October board meeting. And Mrs. Hemphill is gonna also serve as the mentor, to help that advisor get things up and running. So I worked it out with the grant writer that she could get a little bump in her salary because she's gonna be taking on some responsibilities to help get the Belfast group up and running.
Is that all under the same grant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's under the emergency response grant that we have. So, yeah, that's all paid for through the grant funding. I wanted to make sure that the Belfast group was gonna be supported and that she was compensated for the extra support she has agreed to give.
Sure.
Any other questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion. And we're on to information and discussion.
We have two more of that.
Oh, there is? Oh, my lord. All right.
Yeah, the deal, this stuff.
A motion to amend the motion. To approve leave of absence request. Motion. Maxwell.
I'll second.
Second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, okay, motion carried.
So, we have approved the motion for, both of these teachers, but, due to, some approvals for changes based on, doctor's notes, their leaves are changing and they're starting earlier. So we just have to amend the motion for their leaves to start earlier, which allows us to bring in those, long-term substitutes to cover those positions, to make sure that we're, providing those coverage for all those classes. So these are just amendments because their leave start dates have changed.
Yeah, it was probably emailed, that's my bad, I didn't see it, that's why.
Oh, it's okay.
I can change that motion. Well, both those motions state that if you'd like. And then the start dates. If that would make it.
But it don't matter, like I said, I just didn't realize that, I thought I had it in, or I didn't see it in the years. That's why I thought I was done. All right, I need a motion to amend the motion for Cassidy Mines.
I'll motion. I'll second.
Change the motion. Any questions, comments, concerns? Flip the page. All in favor? Opposed? Okay.
Back for just a second, real quick. I think it, and I don't know if it's a typo or not, but the long-term substitute teacher positions. Majority of them say without benefits, but one says with. Was that intentional or?
The number of days away
Okay,
after so many, we get 90 days.
okay,
They get benefits under 90 days.
that makes sense. Thank you.
But they can.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, informational and discussion. We'll read it back to Dr. Canard.
So you'll see we have a number of upcoming board committee meetings, including tomorrow night at 4:30 is the Health and Wellness Committee meeting. The Budget, Personnel and Negotiations Committee meeting for next Monday has been canceled. Couple members thought we should have the week of Thanksgiving off from committee meetings, so.
Wellness is Thursday.
Oh, you're correct, it's Thursday, because tomorrow night is the Academic Awards banquet. Yep.
You're sleeping in my truck on the ground. You know?
We don't want that.
Something else that I just want to remind you all of, and I put this in my update to you last Friday, but this Friday is the first board school visit for the school year from 9 to 11. So if you would like to come in, Mrs. Taylor and Mrs. Donlin have set up a beautiful schedule. That you can, we have 8 teachers who have opened up their classrooms for short classroom visits that morning. So if you're planning on joining, please just let us know. I'm sure the teachers and the kids would love to see you in those classrooms. We also have, as I just mentioned, tomorrow night is the academic awards banquet, beginning at 6 o'clock, at the Angelica Hotel. We then have on December 2nd, don't forget, is our public information session for the 2025 capital project, which the vote is on December 9th. And I'd like to point out that we got our beautiful display boards today that provide some great information about the project. Those were hand delivered today from our people from Hunt. And December 9th is also the senior citizens concert and dinner. So that's gonna be a nice night here at school as well.
Can I suggest the December 4th meeting be moved to a lunch Zoom?
Sure.
Just because we have the Christmas concerts and that'll be really tight. We need to turn that around.
So the December 4th, you want us to do that at noon via Zoom?
I actually can't do that, but if you guys want to meet without me, that's okay.
Maybe we can just pick a different day, but
Okay,
that one's just.
right.
Oh, because you're thinking that,
The concert, one of the concerts that night. Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I suggest we change it to teams.
Whatever
You just
like
like for you. Why would we switch back?
I got,
You want to arrange the meetings, you go for
I
it.
got Zoom now, so I don't know that.
I'll be out for the Friday one and the Health Wellness Committee, because I'll be in Houston. All right. Well, while we're down there doing that.
Lucky.
Also hire somebody too.
Real quick on the policy, we are doing a reading for the 5-year vote for the 5 years.
Yeah, that was under the consent agenda. Right, so the 2 board policies on the consent agenda was policy number 1120. Because it's the recommendation of the policy committee that the term of office for Board of Education members move from 3 years to 5 years. And then policy number 7132 is the non-resident student. There were 2 changes to that policy. One was just to make sure that all the dates align for the dates that we need notification from families that they would like their student to be considered for out of district enrollment. And then also we had talked back in July, when you set the tuition for out of district students, that the tuition for the next school year would be set at the January meeting. Because in the current policy, it says it's done at the reorg meeting, and we had talked about that wasn't really enough time for the community to have that information. So those are the only 2 changes to that policy. It's just the January vote on the tuition and then making sure all the dates line.
Yes, that's it. And, the motion to adjourn. Junior Moulton, James will second, 6:45 PM. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?